morning, everyone. This is Nadi from Traders Cafe. Started this stream just now. Not doing Nifty today, but we are running questions on 1 DTE Sensex. Momentum on the upside is used today, so positions are struggling a little bit to manage that, but I think by the end of the day we should see some reasonable peak. Let me go through the P&L chart. As you can see, the first 30 minutes were really in drawdowns, approximately 0.2%. Slowly creep back up. So the test is now how we manage it from here. Continue the stream for some time. There are positions running in other accounts in Nifty. We're able to catch the upside fairly well. We did skewed straddles basically. Went on 100. So probably will be closing those accounts in a bit. We definitely don't want to be in the markets today after 2. I might be going on mute from time to time, but the chat will be open. Feel free to comment if there is anything that you need to bring up, discuss with us. Go ahead and close the P&L chart for now. Still the positions are pretty light. Look at how much margin we have utilized. Approximately 3 CR. So there is a lot of room on how we can manage these positions. My expectation is it's not gonna decay very fast. The behavior of Sensex on Thursdays will be very slow when you compare it with other days. It also means during big moves, should that happen, there may be liquidity issues. So definitely not a trading advice, guys. Do not copy these positions. Do not follow or imitate us. Our risk appetite is much higher and we can manage products. But treat this as something that you can learn how you can manage live positions and manage a little bit of MTM swings in your favor when they're going against you. There were some requests that we got to post some content on Hindi and regional languages. That's not something we want to do for sure. We are positioning some of our traders, staff, do that, get you some content in regional language if that helps. The strike that we have seen a lot of drawdown is this one. 82400. You see that we have lost approximately 35 points in that. If it expands a little bit more about 120 or so, then that is where I am very keen to really exit and go far away from that strike. That's why I have initiated some startup positions up above 80 to 700 and 80 to 800, so that if this expands really beyond my control, I just can go and shift here, 2 strikes away. So how do we do that? I simply go and click this button here. There may be some noise you may be hearing on the background. We are not equipped to do live streaming. We are basically not a streaming team here. We are doing it for the education. We are a trading desk that have professional traders. So there may be some background noises, and our office is just by the main road, so there is some disturbance coming from there. So we kindly ask that you ignore it. Next few weeks we might be able to do a better quality in terms of noise cancellation and stuff. And that's something we will deal with the weekend. If you are joining us, we would definitely appreciate if you can just give a like. Provide your feedback in the comment section. And do ask us what you want to see more, so we can get the content for you. The skew that is started to make me think is what you're seeing here. The credit on the put side has increased substantially, meaning the decay has started to set in on the call side. So while I was saying I was worried about this call when it goes above 120, I am also equally worried on this put if it goes the same, because you are not protected on the call side anymore. So how do we manage that? There are 2 ways I can do that. The simplest way that I have now is basically get these closer. And get these also closer. trying to do it slowly because of the slippages. While I'm doing that, what you can see is the value here is included, and the beep is the XTS making that order. So, I think we're good. I do not want to come a little any bit closer because these can expand really fast if there is a search. Unfortunately, I don't have the charts also open with me. I have to switch number of screens for today. So I'm just working with the price.
TV anal ಇಲ್ಲ.
This is a stream running from our Bangalore office. We definitely want to get some streams running from other offices in the near future. Serve some local audience in local languages. If that is something you want to see, let us know. And we do not want to do it without practice. We definitely want to put effort, and we are happy to do so if that helps you in any way. That's the goal really is.
Trousers.
Price is respecting 81,200. 82,000. Came all the way from 81,200 in the morning.
Open place to.
Yeah, that is not available.
Trousers.
Direct transfer of the single page.
Sir, out.
Direct option is on direct transfer. Browser alone.
ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು.
Casting all the secondary scan. That option is not. Rest of the tab is not. It is not supported.
Browser is not. Maybe you can't install any browser on that. That is only for searching. It will just show you YouTube content. You can't browse any other device.
In the app section, you cannot go and install any app or something in this
Browser app is not installed.
browser app.
That's my colleague speaking. They're trying to figure out something on the TV. I'm gonna go on mute for some time, guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to increase sizing as of yet today. I'm happy with what has been deployed. I'm expecting some volatility in the later of the day and probably I'm positioned not to participate in it. there is a reasonable decay in the calls in the core OTMs, but I think this might position us for an expansion on the downside. So the question is, how are we gonna protect ourselves from there? Since on the deployed capital, it's a reasonable 0.5% already, close to that. I'm gonna take a position of risk off. So I'm moving away these puts. The tendency in Sensex is, if they start to move, you will not be able to stop them. That's a painful scenario for selling while you can enjoy it on the buying side. So and I have seen some days where there are significant MPM swings, and I don't shy away from taking spreads that are on the buying side, like bull call spread, bull put spread. It offers a very reasonable risk reward, and that is what you have to think about when it just takes a trend and it won't stop.
Engage.
Yep. There is a comment from Mr. Harish. Can you please explain the trade plan? Will you hold the positions till day end or carry forward? I am strictly an intraday trader, so my positions do not go beyond 350 or 330. There are a number of traders that sit with me here that are experts in positional. We will review some of those, but for today, I did not want to participate in Nifty monthly expiry. The premiums sometimes are not very encouraging in terms of the risk reward for selling side. I know buyers, there are a few buyers who manage really well on expiry days, but since I am a seller, my strategies are skewed or non-directional with almost similar delta neutral, you can say. I do not want to participate in that low premium environment. So that's the reason I think last week I have streamed. Vishal sir was speaking about the trades. You can go check on that. And today I chose to participate in Sensex. Then of course it will not give you as much as returns in percentage wise, but there is one option at the end of the day. If you see a drawdown that you couldn't manage the same day, you can carry forward. I don't do that, but that's an option that it will offer. And the nature of one DTE is they will decay slowly. The decay will set in probably after 2. You can expect some after 1, and then they slowly decay. At this point of time, what I'm gonna do is really get the calls closer. Again, the skew is too much. And one of the reasons is we have sold this as 49 and this is 32. This is going to go to 0 tomorrow, not today. So how much more it can decay? Unless there is a 200-300 point down move, this is not going to lose value. But if you see the strikes I have here, 80 and 20, these can go really, really up if there is a movement to 81, 800 and below that. This is a little bit closer. So that's how I'm thinking when I'm thinking, should I move my strike? When should I move it? And to what strike I move it? And then is it expiring today or tomorrow? If this was tomorrow and I would not have shifted this, I would have kept the same because that would really, really continue to decay very, very fast. So, a an idea to think about when you are looking at the stream right now or later is also the strikes, right? When I'm booking the P&L, I'm basically moving from one strike to one strike. So where am I starting at and where am I moving to? With indexes that have a higher premium like BankX, Bank Nifty, Sensex, I really start far away and try to come closer versus other indexes. I don't trade mid-cap Nifty, Fin Nifty, and Nifty a lot. But the idea is if you're trading those instruments, this may not be a great approach because your premiums on expiry day will be very, very, very less. So for those type of instruments, you can think about starting from a straddle and going farther away, a risk-on approach. I have not made any entries on the PNL yet. We're still starting the day. And unless there is something that is wild, I'm not expecting we will have to worry about going into a significant drawdown. I basically increased a few lots on 80 to 400 strike. And the reason why that is happening is if this has to go to 90, 95, this will come to 85. But if this has to lose value and this has to gain value, this will go to 120 very fast, but this will stop at 80. So my thinking is not only moving strikes away, strikes in, but also on the credit that we have on both sides and how you can manage that with quantities.
Good morning, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹರೀಶ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟ್ರೇಡರ್ಸ್ ಕೆಫೆಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ನಮ್ಮ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 6 ಮಂತ್ಸಿಂದ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಫ್ಟಿಗಿಂತ ಸೆನ್ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ನ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಿಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೈರಿ ಕೂಡ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ರೀಸನೇಬಲ್ to avoid it instead of trying and firefighting whatever it is. Since it is a monthly expiry, gamma moves kuda tumba irodrinda, so he has preferred he'll avoid Nifty monthly expiry and he is trading in Sensex today. So ಯಾರಿಗಾದರೂ if you have any problem in communicating with English or any other languages, you can still communicate with us in native languages also. ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ತೆಲುಗಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾರಿಗಾದರೂ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸಲ್ಲೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಏನೇ ಕ್ವೆರೀಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ, ಏನೇ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫಿಕೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Pulkit in the comments, he has asked that is it a homegrown software or anything. No, it is not actually. We are using something called Tradeflow, which is an execution software, and Tradeflow is available for everybody. You can visit their website. It's an excellent execution tool. So we'll be streaming for some more time today, and if you have any queries or anything, the comments are open. Please keep engaging.
Hey guys, this is Navin back again. I have got one of our traders here. I think there is a lot to learn from this trader. He was free, so I was able to catch him, get him to my desk, and we can do a little bit chit chat while this runs. So his name is Sachin. I'll let him introduce himself, and then we take it forward from there. You want to introduce yourself, Sachin?
Yeah, hi, I'm Sachin. I have been trading from around 5 years right now. I've been changing my trading style quite a bit from last 2 years because as most of you do, I started with option buying only, and that too when I did in during COVID times and all, even at the moment and direction we got that time. So that was a really good run. But after that, when market started consolidating, I had to shift to little bit non-directional and coming to with increased capital, I had to come to option selling. With increased capital, I had to shift to other things. Then I came to from option buying to started doing direction with futures and especially index future and few stock futures I tried, but it was not up to my expectation because both side direction is little bit difficult to manage in stocks. So it's better to do with index futures. So then I tried, but then after a certain limit, I couldn't increase the margin for futures. So then I shifted to doing option selling. I think option selling, the main advantage I got is I started with spreads, so that since I was a directional player, these spreads have been really good. And based on the only breakouts or breakdowns, I trade spreads, or else it's better to do with non-directional like doing straddles. But since last that from when the spike started coming and those injections, what we call generally in public. So because of those things, I started a little bit doing in positional and changing the way I trade. But the core thing is the same thing. I always have a little bias on the direction. Even though it's non-direction, I always have the skew of some direction and then trade according to it.
That is really good introduction. So let me summarize this for you guys. So Sachin has been a trader with us for more than 2 years. He started with buying before he came. He had some initial luck. He did well, to be very honest. Then the buying has a nature of taking away the profits that it has given to you and also taking some of the capital. So he was smart enough to make the choice, shift to selling. And Sachin is one of those, what I know, has been doing phenomenally well in stock options and catching momentum and playing directional spreads. And what I have also seen in the past few months is he is doing extraordinarily well in monthly positions, which are positional things. So while we have to work a lot on intraday, Sachin is cool. He is playing around, watching stuff on Netflix because he doesn't have to worry as much as we do. So let me ask him this: why did you shift to positional from intraday, Sachin?
The basic phenomena was we have to adjust a lot, and I don't like doing it in algo because it's not my style. So I had to do it manually. But doing manually got very difficult when the spike started coming. That 2 rupees on directly going to 400, especially in Sensex, and I think it's on April around third week or something. We saw
18th.
huge injection. Yeah, April 18th, basically. Yeah. So I started seeing the huge risk I was taking because I'm a manual trader, and the injections is there. It's very difficult to adjust suddenly manually. So that at 2 rupees going to 20 is a little bit fine, but if it's going to 200, 400, it's very difficult to manage. So I changed my position a little bit. So the basic phenomenon was like it's better to take time and adjust than doing it in a hurry for a small thing. Since I will be in position, even if the market moves around 1% in an instant also, I will have opportunity to change.
So you have changed your style of trading, adapted to the market, but I also see you as a keen observer and a learner. You interact with a lot of traders. Being in a community like this, you come here. I have seen you helping and also taking help, especially from the head of the risk management here. You have worked a lot with others on position sizing. So as a trader coming here and working with all of this, how do you feel? Is this beneficial for your own versus trading yourself from your home? What are your thoughts there, Sachin?
Yeah, I think I can break it down in few points, especially because first thing is when we sit in home, and especially when you're doing buying, you know the drawdowns, okay. But because we have seen couple of days when for whole day it will be very good direction, and since you are a buyer, you would have gained so much profit. Just to lose it at 3 o'clock sudden move or 2:30 or some any sudden spikes. At that time, if you're sitting in alone in home, sometimes even though you are a what is it, full-time trader, or else you have been trading from with experience even 4-5 years or something, you'll still feel that drawdown. Like you'll feel something. But when you're in this community, you'll be like ease on it, because you talk to people, you see their progress also, they see yours. Then if there is something, they'll talk to you. You'll be like, not worry, this happens, like anything. But if you're alone sitting in home, that's the main thing. Psychology will be better in community. That's my first point. Then second point is the best part is, instead of seeing somewhere studying something and not knowing what to do, it's better to be in community where you can learn from each and every trader. Like we have, like if you are 10 people, just 10 people, so we can learn each and everything from 10 people. Like some will have better plans for hedging, or some will have some better changes. And especially for me, I was a pure direction player, and shifting from direction to non-direction was a very big hurdle for me, because still now I take little bit bias only, but coming from direction to non-direction is really difficult, because the profit swings which we see and the drawdown we see, it's difficult to have that patience in non-direction. And the best thing here is, when I came, they support me really well. They explained me, then they taught me. Actually, I was so directional player that I didn't even know what is triangle. Like most of you even would have heard 920 straddle. I didn't even know what is 920 straddle till I come here, because I was complete directional player. I used to study only directional things. So that has changed a lot. Now I do based on the market. I do shift little bit from direction, and most of the times I'll be doing non-direction. Yeah, that's the best thing in community. You can learn, you can change, and at the same time, if you do major mistakes, there will be someone to tell you what is the biggest mistake in this, and what is the position quantity you have to take. See, sometimes what happens, as long as you take hedge, as long as you start doing straddles, you can have the leverage more and more, since you can do more hedge and all. At that time, your exposure will be very very high. Like it will be lot more than what you should actually. So they teach you that also. You can learn. Then someone will tell, and there are many experienced traders who are like 10 years more experience. It's few are like my age experience, like that age people also are there. So they have seen market every up and down. We are like COVID time traders.
Yeah, that's a fact that we all have that knowledge, and it's a very interesting and inspiring journey, I must say, Sachin. One thing that probably you're kind enough not to tell is, I have seen you also contributing back to the community. I see you on the calls, helping others on how to manage this, and helping really with how you're trading, so that people who are keen towards positional, I think you're giving that input. So it's always nice that you are giving it back, what you have learned, but it's also very nice to hear from you that this community has helped you build that knowledge, not only for the sake of gaining knowledge, but what I can tell is you're able to apply it and consistently reaping reasonable rewards using your strategy. And I can tell you folks, Sathan is one of our coolest traders. For him, 1-2% index moves doesn't hurt him. His positions are in such a way that he can manage them pretty easy. So what you have heard today, folks, is one of our intraday traders, one of our positional traders, and their experiences. We'll continue to do this. Thank you, Sachin, for coming on the stream and sharing your insights. Maybe we can show some of your positions one day on and let the folks know how you manage this, what is your mindset, and all of that. That will be, I think, super exciting for everybody to get a glimpse into.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that. I'll show my position. I can even show some adjustment if there is a big move, so that you can know the difference. And I'm not telling I don't contribute. Like, it's the thing. Like, it's not like I'm contributing. It's like I learned from my overhead. He is experienced more than 15 years and all. He sometimes he's like he can predict the move only by premiums also. Predicting it doesn't mean any direction. Like, when there is a spike and all, he knows when to add and everything. See, those insights will come only with experience. And since we have seen only directional days, so seeing him, talking to him, then understanding what is the risk it will be there, what will the risk is there, what the head is there. So I have learned a lot of things from him. So it's only natural that if someone has the doubt, the knowledge we have gained, it's better to share a little bit. No, it's not like if you share something to them, anyone, something will happen. Knowledge is there for only for sharing. That's the only thing I want to say.
Love your motto. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright guys, probably we'll end the stream here. It's more than an hour. Index is not doing much since we're in 1 DTE. These are not going to decay very fast. We'll continue to run the trades. Probably do a very short end of day update on how the positions are. Just to recap our positions is today we have seen a drawdown in the initial spike around 1 lakhs. Then it steadily creeped up. Now the question is, will it break above? Will it come back to the day today? Alright, for those who have tuned in, thank you. Do like and subscribe. It would help us reach out the wider community. We appreciate it. If there is anything we can help you with, do not hesitate to contact us. Vishal sir's number is there. You can WhatsApp him. Don't call him. WhatsApp him first. He will suggest the best course of correspondence, when you can contact him. Definitely don't disturb him during the market hours. Ideal is after you do that after 4:35 p.m. Alright, thanks. We will give an end of day update, and if possible, we will do a live stream later in the afternoon. Thanks everyone.